So in the current climate, with the impact of coronavirus, we're both very conscious that we've been doing this work before the pandemic, through the pandemic, and will continue to do so afterwards. But obviously, like everyone, we've had to adapt how we work.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Because we had a plan for the year, didn't we? That we set out, because that was part of our thinking and what did we want to achieve, and where we're reflecting on where we'd been the year before. And to some extent, that plan hasn't really changed terribly much, because we were wanting to develop the alumni, which we've done. And actually, the pandemic has allowed us to do that in a fabulous way, virtually.
And doing it virtually, I think we've melded it more quickly and with more commitment probably from the individuals who would otherwise be quite possibly even more isolated than in normal circumstances. So by connecting and
and every week when we do that call, our bring a cup of tea and have a catch-up call, it's, you know, this, people come back every week, don't they, and we have such lovely conversations, and people share and chatter, and
it's a mixture of them being themselves and a bit of news as to, you know, what's happening in their immediate environment, a house move or a baby, other people having more medical conversations, but just bouncing ideas around each other in the way that professionals, GPs, have always done in the workplace. But if you don't have a workplace, you can't do. So I think that sense of belonging somewhere, it's a very, very it's a very important part of being a medical profession, but it's professional, but it's also a very enjoyable part of it, because again, we have no agenda really, no must-dos. These aren't educational meetings where they have to learn something specific. It's just an enabler of mixing with your own kind and literally that, mixing with your own kind again and building confidence from that. And it's been quite interesting. And some of the calls we've talked about remarkably medical things. And yesterday was an example when everybody was clearly in the mood for just a catch-up. And both are valid and equally important.
Yes, and giving people the time to direct the conversation. And that's the lovely thing about the group, isn't it? That the mutual support that you see across that Zoom platform, and the natural curiosity as new people have come into the group, and they're then curious and inquiring of other people, and you can feel that sort of support over the airways, almost as if we were in a room together, they'd have walked up and given each other a hug.
Absolutely.
And it's such powerful.
It's very powerful, and the combination of the giving from somebody who's already sort of part way into it, they're able to share. I don't know, it's safe. Come in, come and be part of the. And there is this feeling of almost like a family, and for somebody who's new, that is incredibly welcoming and enabling. And I think, these are people who understand. They don't need to know the details, they just understand. They get it.